greatest rock and roll band in the world, the Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones.
The Rolling Stones, I think their most singular achievement is that they managed to put the blues and rhythm and blues back into the music and achieve their greatest success doing that after they were a pop success.
Keith Richards. Just playing the same riff over and over in every song for like how many years, and they all sound still amazing and everybody wants to play them. Like one riff. Because they're always stoned. That's why they're the greatest band in the world.
Because they've been together the longest, I think. They just keep playing. You can't stop them.
I have no idea.
Because they don't give a shit, and they never did. And they always did it their way.
I don't know. I think there are actually better bands, but the Stones are their own. They're their own kind of thing. They've established a niche and a genre that is unique, and they did it young, and they've maintained it. That's the reason I think they're the greatest rock and roll band in their context.
Longevity. They're survivors.
I'd go along with that.
Oh, well, I think the Beatles are the...
Gina.
It's the Stones.
What? It's the Stones.
Oh, I don't know.
Because they go, yeah, 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 woo!
I don't know. It's something real. It's something real primal. You know, it's beastly music. It's very, you know, I don't know. It's down deep. You know, it's not superficial. You hear them. You tell that they mean it, and it comes from somewhere deep. That's all I think.
I think that the Rolling Stones, first of all, are some of the hippest, coolest characters around, and their longevity and their ability to kind of fit into all these different generations make them one of the coolest rock bands of all time.
And I don't know if they're the best rock and roll band in the world, but they remain today what they've always been, which is a great little rock and roll band. And I think maybe because they've never tried to do anything else. They dug one hole, and they dug it really deep.
Because they've got the most rock and roll in them as any other rock and roll band in the world. They had the most voltage at the time. They still have the most voltage, and they've done it for the longest time.
I would have to say longevity. I think that they've been around the longest. I mean, at this point in time. So I'd say, yeah, longevity.
You know, I'm of the age where everybody figured it out before me. And I was trying to figure out that too. For the longest time, I'm going, what is it about this band, you know? It's like I got it with the Beatles somehow, but with the Stones, I wasn't sure for the longest time. And then you realize that after learning a million songs and listening to a million other things, you come back to the roots of music, and they just had like this, like, it didn't even matter if they played in tune or, you know, it really just had to do with being the basic and being real. They're simple and awesome.
Just because they've got great songs, and Mick Jagger is one heck of a guy.
That's a tough question. Just kind of are. I mean, they rock so much, but they've got so much depth, you know. They've got the country stuff, the rock and roll, and the blues, and just Keith and Mick together, their writing, there's a certain magic there, like all that. And I'm a big Mick Taylor fan, so all that Mick Taylor early 70s stuff to me is like magic. It just, that's how on Main Street, Sticky Fingers, it just, something happened where magic happened, and it was unbelievable.
Everything that's great about the Rolling Stones for their
whole 50-year history at about $575 cheaper per ticket. So you can't beat that.
How many people are in it? 50 musicians? I mean, it's gonna be... I haven't heard some of these Rolling Stones songs, so like I'm just excited to see what other people are playing, so I just think it's gonna be awesome.
Because BandHouse Gigs always puts on a great show, and everybody is always like revved up to do it.
Because we're the only ones doing the Stones, and they're the best band in the world. That's why. It's really easy when you think about it.
Because BandHouse Gigs does it. Every gig we do is the best concert of the summer.
It's a BandHouse Gigs show, and it's the best. It's the best.
Oh, look around you. Look around you. I mean, the players, and this is stuff we've grown up with. It's like ingrained in us. I've been talking to people who say they haven't even practiced for this show because they don't, it's like second nature. It's not, I think this show is more second nature than just about any show we've done.
It's a BandHouse Gigs show.
BandHouse
Always
are
the best
survivors.
Longevity. That too.
This show is just going to be so great. The musicality is just going to be through the roof, and I really think that these musicians are going to bring the energy of every one of these songs. It's going to be a great time.
Because I'm there and you're there.
I don't know. I grew up listening to them, I mean, almost constantly. So I'm a huge fan. I'm interested in just doing this just because it's like some sort of teenage fantasy fulfillment.
This is incredible because what we've done is bring all of the local musicians that are into the Rolling Stones together to all mix mash to make the coolest versions of each song that we could think of. So instead of paying $600 to see the Stones, which they're already gone, just pay $25 to come see us.
But it's going to be the greatest show because Ronnie Newmeyer and BandHouse Gigs are putting it together, and these guys do it every time they outdo themselves. And I pay them to work for them. So no, truly, it's an honor and a joy. And I don't know anybody who can put together a better production than these guys and pull it off. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be the best show of the summer because Bill Gear is on the show.
Because it's got the, because summer's almost over. And we got to do like the Washington Nationals and get with it.
Because the musicians that are on this show are the oldest musicians in Washington, and once again, longevity means so much. Get these old guys on stage to rock and roll.
I think everybody likes to sing along to these songs. Everybody loves these songs. They don't care if it's the Stones or somebody else. We got some awesome musicians on this show, so it's going to be an amazing thing. It really is.
Because of the variety of all the different artists, and it's a one of a type, it's a thing that will never happen again. It's once in a lifetime.